Alright, hello and welcome to Ben's OP Game Show, recorded live at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, twitch.tv/GameFanatics. Today it is a classic, air quotes, episode where it is just me. I've been abandoned. Joel is sick with family or something. Get well soon. Wish him well. And Logan is at Salt Lake City Comic-Con. So I thought I'd just do kind of a brief update on a few things since we got Spider-Man, Dragon Quest came out this week, and Beat the Messenger. To do a quick update on all of those. I don't have any footage of Spider-Man, so we'll just look at this really old PS2 footage of Spider-Man 2. You know, it's the game everyone likes to remember, and I think I can definitively say that the new Spider-Man on PS4 is better than this game, especially if you went back and played this shitty PS2 game now. Although I don't know, can I do that weird swing thing he's doing right now? I haven't been able to yet. Maybe it's not as good. Who knows? Remains to be seen. But I've played about a little over 5 hours, and I guess I'll get a few things out of the way. I love what it looks like visually. It is stunning. I'm playing it on a PS4 Pro. It runs super well. It manages not to make the PS4 sound like a jet engine for most of the time, which is incredible. In terms of PS4 Pro options, I haven't seen a menu anywhere that's, hey, this is the resolution option, or this is the whatever option. So maybe you do have that if you have a 4K TV. I just have a 1080p TV, so who knows. Besides that, the city is super awesome. I love New York. I've been there several times. I love seeing all these sites and going, and it'll have this thing where you can take pictures of the landmarks. Like, oh, that's Times Square right here. Let me take a picture of the Empire State Building, and that's a really fun touristy thing for Spider-Man to do, even if it makes no sense for him to be doing it. And it does the whole open world Ubisoft thing that we've had forever, where it is towers and all sorts of nonsense. That's how you gotta clear up the map. Oh, the police station needs stuff. Well, the towers are down. Connect the towers, and the towers let you see collectibles and see crimes that are going on nearby. One of the things, I guess, while we're talking about crimes, it is cool to see the crimes happening. Then they just happen, as you're swinging around. They're a little obnoxious sometimes, because I'll be swinging somewhere, and oh, that mission is 200 meters or whatever it is away. Let me go get it. And then I'll be on my way there, and then you hear on the police blotter, like, hey, we got this robbery in progress, and you see it on your map, or on the HUD or wherever, and you go, oh, I'll go stop that robbery. I go stop the robbery, and then I start to go back to the objective where I was originally going to, and literally 10 seconds, not even, after I finished breaking up that robbery, another crime is happening. And it just sometimes feels like we could space out these crimes a little bit more. I understand you don't want it to feel like there's nothing going on, but 30 seconds, maybe. Like, I'm asking for 30 seconds here, not minutes in between. And then once you clear out an area, it is quote-unquote safe to swing around because you're not going to run into these crimes. It's just weird when crime on top of crime on top of crime, and now that area's cleared out. Like, well, you could have spaced that a bit. And I understand it kind of does different waves of enemies as you progress through the game. I don't know. Still, not super early. I've done a handful of missions. I don't think I've done the first official boss, except for the tutorial boss. With that, just really been enjoying kind of unlocking the areas of the map, taking pictures, collecting backpacks, doing all that sort of nonsense. I really like that. I really like the traversal. It is weird. It's one of those things where it's a ton of fun to swing around and do all that, but stopping and like not swinging around like a crazy spider boy is a little weird. If you just go onto a street and stand and start walking, Spider-Man kind of runs into things weird, and nothing quite feels right. It just feels very like the world does not react to you at all. You're just there. And that's weird. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like, I keep saying it's weird. It's weird. The game is made to be you swinging around, and that's where it really shines. Other than that, the only other main thing in the first couple of hours has been the combat has really... I went from like hating it to understanding it more and more. I still think it's kind of confusing, and maybe I'm trying to play it too much like the Batman games, which it is very similar to. But it's a little much. It's a little confusing when the camera kind of whips around to show everyone and show who you're attacking, and then sometimes it doesn't. And one time I had it get like stuck in a tree, and you're flipping and zooping around, and you're pressing half the buttons on the controller to fight these guys, and if they hit you twice, you're almost dead. It just is. It's weird. It's a different fighting style that isn't, it isn't Batman, obviously. I shouldn't be trying to play it like Batman because it's getting me killed. I've been defeated by random mobs of enemies several times, and I don't really understand exactly why, because it feels like sometimes I'm doing a move and he just does the move so slowly that I get hit, and maybe I could dodge out of it and I'm just not trying. I don't really understand exactly what I'm doing wrong, but I'm getting better at the combat, and as I unlock more abilities and things, it's clicking more, and I do like it when it works, and it's, you're not dying like a moron like me. It's a lot of fun. How much does Venom factor into this game? So far, none. I don't know if he's in the game. My guess would be no. From what I understand, what people have said of the story is that it kind of plays it safe and predictably. So, no Venom? Maybe a tease at Venom? I would love Venom to be in this game, even if it was just a weird outfit. This is the one thing too. They showed off Mr. Negative in the trailer, which is a character, like, I'm not a super Spidey fan. I never even heard of Mr. Negative, but thanks for spoiling that that's a bad guy, that's the one guy in your normal life. Like, if I hadn't have seen that in the E3 trailer, I would have no idea. And I'm hours into the game, several story missions in, and he hasn't even popped up yet. It's just a weird, why'd you show him off? I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever. I do like that I'm not a super spider person, so some of this will be hopefully surprising, but it kind of does seem like Sinister Sticks. All those evil sticks are at it again. Sinister Sticks. Fine, it's the Sinister Sticks then. If I can't fucking say it right, it's the Sinister Sticks. That does seem like what it's going into. They even had this little icon at the beginning where it showed 5 pictures of people. Like, these are the guys that are locked up at the whatever. And it's missing one. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's the one that's missing. I know who's, you know what I mean? And like, why'd you make this graphic where you could fit another person in there, but it's blank right now? Weird. Mr. Negative is a straight garbage villain. Yeah, I don't know anything about him, and I didn't even know he existed. Like, I just don't know why in that trailer they showed him off and they made it so explicit that that's the same guy that is what's his name. Like, because that would have been a surprise to me. That would have been a nice reveal. As of yet, it's just no. I do like the parts where you play as Peter, and the one section I played as Mary Jane, right? So far, that's cool. I like seeing the story. The story's great. Well, great. It's just well done. I guess to say it's very, yeah. It is safe, but it's just very nice and comforting in this story. It's nothing too crazy. It's not an Arkham game where all the prisoners are loose and everyone's hiding in their cities. Like, no, it's just the normal people, and sometimes there's bad stuff. It's nothing crazy. Like, we had to evacuate the whole city, and it's Christmas, so it's snowing and stuff. I don't know. All right, Batman. It kind of solves that problem, and that's good to see. It still is kind of dumb to me. If you've been to New York, you know that these streets are packed with way more cars than people, and I think I'd rather have the cars than people. Like, you'll get into chases where you're chasing a car, and the car will not will like not stop at any lights and there's no one in its way. And I'm like, where are you driving in New York? Is this 2 a.m. on a street that they blocked off for some reason? Like, there's no way this happened. But other than that, I mean, that's a stupid complaint anyway. There aren't enough people, especially like Times Square. It's just packed with people. But if you land there, I don't know, everything kind of feels small. It's like going into a weird miniature museum, even when you're walking around. It doesn't, obviously it's not exact of the real world, and that's kind of strange to me. But anyway, I want to play more of it. Obviously, it's a big release, and I'm definitely warming up to it. I love so much about it. It's just not quite hooking me just yet. We'll see. See where we go from there. Certainly better than Spider-Man 2, the movie, which I watched again a couple days ago, which I hated. Half that movie was fine, and then the last half of it, I just wanted to be over. Oh, I couldn't believe it. And people really like that movie. There are people who say Spider-Man 2 is as good as The Dark Knight, and those people are wrong. And I rewatched The Dark Knight a couple of months ago, and it's not super great, but it's pretty damn good. Spider-Man 2 is nowhere near pretty damn good, I'll tell you that. I haven't delivered a pizza yet either, which is very disappointing in Spider-Man. There's still time, because it seems to be kind of gating the tasks and activities that you do slowly. And like, oh, there's 6 backpacks, but there's other collectibles, and if you just kept playing the main story, there'd be more stuff. But I'm enjoying kind of collecting everything as I go. It doesn't seem like it's going to take too long to beat and do everything, but that's fine. I don't know how long I need to swing around New York or wherever the hell I am. Where am I? New York. Now, what was the other... Oh, I guess I should talk about... Yeah, let's talk about... I'm watching this gameplay. It's so bizarre looking. Oh, I remember playing that game so much. Anyway. So, I actually had Spider-Man PS4. I had it crash on me, which said to me, stop playing. Okay, fine. And I went back to something that I was playing earlier in the week that came out on Tuesday, which is Dragon Quest XI. And I don't think I've played any Dragon Quest game except for the Rocket Slime GBA or DS game, whichever it was. It was a DS game, actually. Or GBA? It doesn't matter. It really is irrelevant, Ben. It does not matter what system it was for. The game that came out 15 years ago, no one cares. 20 years ago. What, 20 years ago? How old am I? What year is it? No, 20 years ago. It was 10 years ago. Anyway. Let me get an abacus out and tell you how many fucking years ago it was. Anyway. I knew Dragon Quest XI would probably be something I wanted to play. But I never really watched... I think I watched a trailer for it, and then I just kind of pinned it, made a mental note. This is something I want to get to in the future. And then maybe a week before release, I watched a review, and it kind of outlined some of the gameplay. It showed it off. I finally watched actual gameplay for it, and I came to the conclusion that I really want this game. I really want Dragon Quest XI. And so I was able to get it. I think it was like $45 or something. Able to get it on PC, and I love it. I love Dragon Quest XI so much. It is kind of... it's very old school. Very old school. And it's not... Because, like, the old games kind of have a reputation of being very grindy and constantly just fighting enemies to level up and whatever. This one has the enemies on the map, which I love. I love seeing the enemies. I love being able to walk over to them and press a button and do a little extra damage before going into the fight. I love that nonsense. That's how you hook me in a jrpg today. But that train of thought went nowhere. I was trying to think, where was I going with the enemies? It's very traditional. Oh, the grinding. Yes, the grinding. Until all the enemies you can see, and my brain does not work anymore. You're able to see these enemies and you're able to fight them, but it doesn't seem like it doesn't force you. I haven't had to stop and grind. I'm enjoying just wandering around fighting these enemies because they're stunningly beautiful. There is something about this game's art style and the way it came together in the released product that is just gorgeous. It looks just so polished and clean. It's the epitome of that Tales kind of anime style that doesn't look like an anime, but this has I forget his name, the Dragon Ball Z artist. It's all his character designs and stuff still, which is awesome. And the style and everything has character. I love fighting these stupid little doofy looking bunny rabbits and cactus thingies, whatever the hell they are. And the battle system is just that, you hit, do I want to attack? Yes. And then he goes and punches them. And the battles are super quick. They all kind of take place on the map. And you can pick, you can customize it to a silly degree where everyone in your party, you can either, I can pick all their moves and have them do stuff. Or I can just let them do whatever the hell they want. And I, for 90% of the game, have just told the party members, just do whatever the hell you want. And I just sit back and watch. I just sit back and watch my minions fight things like it's an RTS or something. I'm waiting for them to defeat the enemy. Maybe if they get hurt, I can pause it and go into the tactics menu and be like, okay, all right, guys, let me take control. You guys are screwing up. I need to take control of healing. This guy needs to fight that. And for bosses, I obviously do that as well. Take direct control. But otherwise, it's kind of been fun to just watch them fight, which is really stupid. And I just keep fighting all these enemies and grinding for no goddamn reason. I'm getting no experience, but I'm just gonna fight this guy. Let me just fight this guy. Ooh, fight this guy. And it says something about how much I love this game that I have had it crash 4 times, I think. Each time losing, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes of progress. And I'll still want to play it. I had it crash, what was it, last night? Twice? And I still turned it on that 3rd time. Like, all right, we're going in. We're still playing Dragon Quest XI. I do not care. I am still all in for this stupid game. Because it's so much fun. I don't know exactly what it is about it. It is so nostalgic for this kind of era. And I didn't even grow up playing Super Nintendo JRPGs. But like the 3 big JRPGs in my early gaming life, air quotes, were Pokemon, Golden Sun, and Tales of Symphonia. And I remember playing each of those and grinding in each of them and exploring maps in each of them and just loving being in that world, the stories they told, which were kind of dumb but fun. Like, it has that campy, it's Japanese camp, basically. The anime aesthetic is Japanese camp, and I love that style to it. I love the story in this game. It's dumb, but the way it's told is fun. It doesn't overstay its welcome. There aren't 30-minute cutscenes about garbage. There are 2-minute cutscenes about garbage that are just long enough to be cute and wholesome and nostalgic, and then they move on. And it does it so well. It's like Dragon Quest XI is like going back to your hometown years later and seeing like, oh, that's where I went to elementary school, and oh, that's the mall. I remember going to, and that's what it is. Everything about it is so nostalgic, but it happens to be in this wrapper that is so modern looking and so beautiful. It's absolutely captivated me. I mean, the fact that I have Spider-Man, I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. But I'm gonna stop playing Spider-Man after it crashed and go play Dragon Quest for a couple hours because it's just that perfect mix of mindless grinding, which I definitely know will not appeal to everyone. But to me, that's what I want out of these JRPGs. It's just simple, fun. You're just completing objectives, solving these quests. It's so rare too. The crafting system in this game I actually like. I hate crafting systems, but something about this one, it seems to be like, oh no, make the sword. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll make the sword. It's the same one in the shop, but the one I can make is better, and then I don't waste money. I don't. There's something about this game that I really, really love. I think I'm maybe close to 10 hours. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. Over 8. I know over 8. It's probably close to 9. 9 or to 10. But I love it. I love Dragon Quest 11, and I'm very excited to be hopping back and forth between Spider-Man and Dragon Quest and enjoying the shit out of both of them, and really enjoying Dragon Quest more. And I'm glad to have a super long jrpg, because I don't know what else I'm really going to be into for the rest of this year that's meaty, that's big and meaty, besides maybe renting Red Dead for a week or whatever. So that's Dragon Quest 11. Really, really enjoying it. Cannot wait to play more. Probably won't have too many updates about it. I didn't get any footage about it, because you know what? They're being really weird about it. I forget what it was or where I saw it. It was like a pop-up. It might have been a pop-up in the game that said, hey, if you're going to stream this, do this, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? Why are you... So anyway, I didn't want to deal with it. It's ridiculous. What is after? Oh, let me change. I actually have footage. Of the massager, which is gonna be really easy to forget, unfortunately for me and my bad memory. I mean, you heard my train of thought earlier where it just went off the rails, and 20 seconds of silence where I'm like, I don't know where I am. Do I live here now? I don't know. What's happening. Who are you? The message is going to be tough to remember, simply because it came out on a Thursday. I beat it on the next Tuesday, I think, something like that. 100% of it. Loved it. Loved the Messenger so damn much. So much love and care was put into this game. Basically every single aspect. And it's fun. It has a good story. It has no reason to have a good story. Why does it have such a good story? I don't understand. But it's so finely crafted. It starts out for the first, I don't know, half of it, maybe not even, maybe the first third of it, where it's a linear kind of action platformer game. And then the last 2/3 are this quasi Metroidvania puzzly platformer thing that it starts getting more and more hardcore, where you're trying to collect these green... I'm trying to collect all the green coins because I'm a crazy person. But there's something so much fun about me dying, where collecting these coins and solving how to get through these rooms was so fast and fluid and fun. It has this mechanic where if you hit an enemy or a projectile or these lamps that you'll see in the middle of the air, you can do another jump after that. So you hit the lamp, hit the whatever, and you can jump again. It's a simple mechanic that you end up using throughout the entire game because it's fucking everywhere. But then it starts getting more complex because you can start gliding, and then you get the ability to attack while you're gliding, and you start gliding, attacking while you're gliding to hit a lamp, then jumping because you can jump again, then gliding again, and then grappling something. And it's, oh, you're free of the family? And that's so... You can jump in, Joel. I'll get my headphones. But it's so much fun to play this game. I loved every second of it. I love the massager, as I'm going to call it now. 1 second, Joel. And it was a ton of fun. I'm going to try and remember this game when I... by the end of the year, because that's the big problem with it, is I'm not going to remember.
You're talking about the Messenger?
Yeah. It's so damn good. I didn't even mention the bosses, which are incredibly good. So well designed, most of them. So much fun. This game is... It's not easy, especially if you're gonna like do 100% whatever, like I'm a crazy person and did. It's not easy. And I did this one thing. I put up a clip of it where I'm going up. There's spikes like spinning in a circle, and I went up them. And there's spikes everywhere. I went up this spike stairway with chainsaws cutting me for no reason. It's a ton of fun.
Jeez.
So much fun.
It looks good. I'm gonna try it eventually. There's too much to play now. Is the problem.
Yeah, there is a lot to play right now.
Yeah, but it's good. Did you already talk about Spider-Man?
I did. I'll just wrap up the messenger. I don't know what else to say about. Oh, I mean, it's funny. It's beautiful. Definitely don't forget about the messenger. I will say that. I will try.
I have it on my very short list of games I'm gonna play by the end of the year.
Okay, definitely. I mean, you can get it on Switch and do that. It's a ton of fun. It's tough. You know, it's not.
Yeah, it looks pretty tough.
It's yeah. I think you could just be. I mean, I think it gets a little easier, but it's weird because some of it's like, this is a really shitty checkpoint. Why didn't you put this so far away? But the rest of it is a ton of fun. Yeah, I did already talk about Spider-Man, but have you played it yet?
I played like the opening mission.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna be playing the crap out of it over the next couple days. I don't plan on streaming it or anything like that. I just want to kind of play. I want to keep it to myself, and a very doable platinum.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that
if
too.
If I get the platinum in Spider-Man, Guacamelee 1 and 2,
Ooh.
then I'll have my 10 platinums for the year.
Oh wow.
So that's gonna be my kind of my goal throughout the next couple weeks is getting as much as I can, like trying to get through Spider-Man and then trying to get the platinum on it, which isn't very hard.
Yeah, that's what I hear too.
Where with Guacamelee, I got to beat it on hard mode. Same thing, Guacamelee 2, and pretty much it.
So let me ask you this about Spider-Man. Did you die? Have you died yet?
Oh, I died a ton.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with this game?
I think a lot of it is like learning to dodge and also not focusing on just one enemy, which kind of reminds me a lot about like Batman Arkham Asylum, where you have to kind of touch each enemy to stagger them in a way like, and also using the objects around you and being able to do like a punch up, get one flying in the air, punch them a few times, and then like web to a different one.
Yeah.
And then doing the dodge mechanic staggers them a little bit too, because you go under them and then you can either hit them or hit the guy next to them. So that part, like, that's what I was figuring out is like, okay, I'm dying here a lot, which, you know, it's probably, I'm not doing something right. I'm trying to tackle this like like kind of like Assassin's Creed, where I'm like square, square, square on one guy instead of like really trying to use the different techniques to kind of get them not shooting at me all at once.
Yeah,
that's the problem I had. Is like, man, I'm just getting killed by gunshots here.
I've been it's really the gunshot guys that give me the most trouble. Where I think I was trying to play it too actiony, too Arkham Asylum-y, where because I guess Spider-Man's supposed to always be in the air. I don't know, is that a thing people knew about?
Something like that. I mean, the cool thing is because he's so acrobatic, like I found myself slinging around a lot.
Yeah.
Slinging to them, tying one up, trying to punch them closer to the wall so I can web them up into the wall. Like little things that'll shorten their lifespan in a way so I can try to get to the other guys. It's very
chaotic. I found as I've gotten further into it and unlocked more abilities, like, oh, now my counter is like I don't have to be as precise. Like, perfect. Because I'm terrible. I need help with this stupid game.
Yeah, it took me a minute to really kind of get the hang of it, and then now I'm like doing really good. But I kind of stopped because I had family come over and just like, okay, well, damn it. I want to play Spider-Man. I went and picked it up after work, and like since I got it at GameStop, they gave me like a code for I think a suit and 5 extra skill points and a theme or some shit.
Yeah, I think I was supposed to get some skill points, but I don't have them. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm excited. It looks really good so far. It does remind me a lot of Batman, Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, it does. But
the combat mainly, like,
yeah,
and also like how you're crawling around the vent, and then you hit triangle and you like, or square and he gets that one guy with the web and takes him up and webs him up. Like stuff like that reminds me of Batman Arkham Asylum.
Oh, I didn't enter the code for the pre-order bonus. That's what happened. I have a code I didn't enter. All right, solve that mystery. I get my skill points.
Yeah.
Fuck you, whoever I'm fighting.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I played like maybe not even 6 hours of it.
I feel like I was listening to a podcast and the guy was talking about how like his 3 favorite games of the year are all PlayStation exclusives, like God of War, Detroit, and Spider-Man. And I was like, dang, I guess I eventually played Detroit.
Based on what I played of Spider-Man, I think it's the third of those 3. Like, I think God of War is a better overall game, even with my kind of complaints about it. It's just a more finely crafted game, and Detroit blew me away. So this is just like a really fun, it's a popcorn movie equivalent.
Yeah, this is like even just that first. This is the thing I compared it to right away is the first boss fight in God of War compared to the first boss fight in Spider-Man. Like how blown away I was in God of War, and just feeling like the feeling of it instantly made me like automatically like that game more than anything, because it did definitely surprise me, and it had me staring at the screen with my mouth open going like, oh shit,
what? This game definitely, it feels like how you remember Spider-Man 2, the game being.
Yes. It does.
It's that game again in your mind.
It even gives me, I even get like Infamous like flashes of it here and there.
Yeah. It even has the press R3 to find a collectible, like Infamous, which I hated. Yes. Pick a different button. But it works better. You haven't gotten to it yet, but you start opening up, like finding sections on the map with little satellite dishes or whatever the hell they are, and it's a lot of fun. It's very, like I said though, it's kind of dated, not in a bad way, but it's not like open world games you'd get today, like most of them.
I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun game. I'm excited.
Yeah, it
Did
is
you
fun.
Play a lot of it today?
Yeah, but like 6 hours.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, I think I woke up at 4 this morning.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I've been up for a while.
Cool.
I'm
probably gonna get some coffee and then try to have a long session of playing it tonight.
Yeah, you'll probably end up playing more of it than I will, just because I'm also playing Dragon Quest XI and I love it.
I've been very curious about it. I've heard good and bad about, like, kind of mediocre things about it, but it just looks really nice.
I think if you like grinding in any respect, like the Pokemon games, how they can be pretty grindy, but it's kind of built in. And if you find that fun, I think you'd find Dragon Quest XI fun.
Yeah.
But I've loved it. But I already talked about that too, so.
Okay. I figured you did.
So, sorry. I don't have footage of it though, because... Got time for all this footage nonsense? Come on.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Come on. I'm trying to think, there was something else that happened this week, but...
Like news-wise, or...
Anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I couldn't really think of anything new.
Oh, I know.
I was listening to
What?
the Giant Bombcast, and they talked about City of Heroes, which made me happy.
Jeez.
Always does. And
What
then
year is it?
I heard about, do you remember the MMO WildStar that was out for a while?
It sounds familiar.
Well, it's an NC Soft like published game, I think. I think Turbine Studios is the developer. Well, they're closing, which means they're ending WildStar, which kind of made me sad for for like those people. And whenever I hear an MMO shutting down, it gives me like flashbacks of like the sadness of City of Heroes dying out. So when I heard that today, I was like, oh, that's sad.
I mean, that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
That was a while ago.
It still hurts.
Still
Because
hard.
Destiny was supposed to replace that hole in my heart, and it never did.
It's not working. Oh, that's too bad. I know the other, or one of the bigger things was Polygon getting rid of review scores.
Oh yeah,
I know that was
I've been thinking about that just because like I feel like when I look at a review, the numbers, I just go straight to the numbers and look for the pros and cons most of the time, and then other than that, I'm listening to a review like on a podcast.
Yeah.
Where like if it's a Kotaku, let's say review, and a lot of the like I kind of depend on who's doing it. Like Jason Schreier, I like to read his reviews, and I don't even care about the number. And I feel like that's maybe why Polygon's doing it, is like, you know what, nobody cares about the number for this. Let's just try to get the people to come in and read the article.
Yeah. I mean, it's multifaceted or whatever, where, you know, games are evolving over time. You can't say that the review you gave Rainbow Six is the same review to give it now, so why even have that review?
Yeah.
Or WoW. How would you review that? I don't even know. And I like the idea, because I've always like, oh, I like this. I know I like so and so's opinions about these games. So what do they have to say about this, as opposed to the score necessarily? Like, I want to know this person. They've written about this. They've said this about this. I know they like Resident Evil games. I want to hear what they say about Resident Evil, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think building your kind of site model around that, of this is the person who's into, you know, A, B, and C, is probably better eventually or overall to an audience than just a random number, because you end up also with the, oh, IGN gave this a 9, but it gave this a 10. It's like, those are different people.
Yeah.
You run into that issue for some reason.
Well, I mentioned that earlier, like, to the Game Fanatics peeps, like, hey, have we thought about that? Because, like, the hardest problem I had writing, probably the thing I had more anxiety over, was the actual number with my review for Guacamelee 2.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the thing, is, like, in my head, that game is awesome. It's fun. It's everything I wanted it to be. I highly recommend it. And then it's like, okay, put a number on it. It's like, well, shit, that's hard.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of scoring, but I think people take it too far and into like a weird cultish, like, oh, it was a 7.5, burn it to the ground, you know, like, let's take a more balanced logical approach to these reviews, and not, you know, explore the range of scores and not have that be the be all end all. Like, read it, actually participate in it, in more than just a number.
Yeah.
I forget what. Oh, it was a Xenoblade Chronicles X that I reviewed, and I complained about something for like 300 words, because there's this quest you could get stuck in this quest, and like it wouldn't let you quit it until you finished it, and it wouldn't like tell you how to do it, so you had to look up how to do it, and it could still take hours to mine this material. And why would you allow that to happen in your game? Is fucking ridiculous. And I complained about that for a while, but I still gave the game like an 8 something, because it was a fun game. But then people in the comments were just like, you complained this whole review. Like, I guess I did, I don't know. So you can't win, is what I'm saying. It would work better without a score in that instance.
Yeah.
Because you'd know, are you going to be annoyed by this stupid quest? Yes or no. Then done.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Tyler said it's kind of like a trend. And I was like, well, I mean, kind of, but some places just got rid of them. Like, I always like the one that the completionist does, because his is like, complete it, finish it, play it, skip it. Things like that.
That's a cool
And
skill.
that right away, like if it's something that he says complete it, then it's like, okay, he enjoyed the completion process. He completes a lot of games, and there's a lot of games where he's just like, just finish it.
Don't bother.
Yeah. Like, I think with Chrono Trigger, he was like, play it or finish it.
Oh yeah, you don't need to get all the endings. That's crazy.
You know, all 16 alternate endings.
No, thank you.
Crazy. It's too much.
No. Not gonna do it. Besides that, I mean, we were gonna have the Nintendo Direct, which I guess will probably happen next week, maybe. Which would have had hopefully some exciting news. Hopefully not that many 3DS games that should be Switch games, as they like to do. There's the rumor, what Namco trademarked I forget the exact name, but for a Katamari game. And I think it's been, I don't know, 7 years since we've had a Katamari game, so I'm ready. It was on the Vita too.
Was that the remake or the?
On the Vita? No, it was a new one.
No.
I never really played it though, because it was on the Vita.
I don't think I've really played those games very much. They look cool. I still want to play Donut County.
I want to play that too. Yeah.
I don't get why they priced it differently. Like I get why in a way because it's like $6 on iPhone, but it's like 15 on PS4. So it's like, well, yeah, definitely. Well, unless I want the trophies and want the platinum, I'd go for the PlayStation.
I think that's just because no one will buy it on mobile if it's too much money.
True, but I don't know. It's like, okay, well, I mean, money-wise, I would just buy it on the iPhone, then spend the extra $10 and when I can use that towards a different game.
That sounds like a Steam sale at the end of the year game to me.
Yeah.
Looks cool though.
Yeah. Degrassi cast?
Sure, Degrassi cast time. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
I fell down the rabbit hole yesterday, and I think I spent all day watching season 4 and 5, and now I'm on season 6.
Are you just gonna keep going?
Yeah, I'm just like cringing towards JT's death.
Oh, JT's death is sad. That is very true.
Because
it's in season 6. Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the season where they introduce Lakehurst as the rivals, and that's who stabs him, and then they merge the schools at the beginning of season 7 because like one got flooded or some shit. Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah. Did they ever arrest the guy that stabbed him? Because I know it was the guy with like the long Jerry curls. Oh no, he was the redhead. It was the redhead guy.
I think they do. I know his
long-haired Jerry curls was with him. He was the accomplice.
The accomplice guy I know was dating, or Allie dates him. I think he's still in it for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember seeing him here and there, and it's like
Johnny.
In prison.
I think his name's Johnny.
Yeah, that guy should be in jail too.
I don't remember though. I don't remember the details of this stabbing.
I do.
I do. I hate it.
Imprinted in my like memory.
What I will say, I want you to keep watching, because I have seen, and I've watched season 6 through 10 at least twice.
Okay.
Anything after that is probably just once. Not that crazy.
Well, yeah, I plan on watching like whatever's on that YouTube channel, and then whatever I run out of or whatever, and then from there looking for those episodes. I want to be fully caught up.
I would love that, because I want to see your thoughts on these plot lines that they pick up, like these characters they start introducing in season 6 and then moving on, and how that all, and you missed stuff like Jimmy and them in college. There's a full season of that.
I need to see that.
I think that's 7. And then Emma and them are in college for a season and they go away.
Yeah, and then
they like introduce this dude who's just like a guy. It's pretty funny. Where it's just, I guess this is the guy Emma's gonna date. Yeah, they're dating. Okay, now they're off the show. It's so good. So good. But this is where it starts getting more episodes, though. That's just when we have 40 episode seasons coming up.
Yeah.
So pretty intense.
Cool. I'm excited.
For you to get to...
I've been loving going back in it, man.
I bet. I mean, it's so... Those beginning episodes are so good. So nostalgic.
I mean, like, there are some moments where it's kind of, like, very, like, I don't know, TV-ish, right?
Sure.
But then there's just so much good in there. Like, really watching them grow as actors is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Especially in the situations that they get into. But just seeing like who really sticks out as a good actor, actress, like throughout the series, like just the moments that are acted, like because I think Craig's pretty well acted for the most part,
Yeah.
but very Canadian, like super Canadian,
He's pretty Canadian, yeah.
like
Okay.
to where it distracts me sometimes. Same thing with like Ellie.
I love Ellie.
I love Ellie. Yeah, she's awesome. She was in a cat commercial that I saw on TV a ton.
That's right. The fancy
Yeah.
feast or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you told
Yeah.
me about that, and that's how I saw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I do remember that.
I was like, how weird, out of nowhere. I didn't know she was still acting. I remember like, because I'm trying to remember what I was watching. It was probably some sort of behind the scenes episode where I guess like Craig and Ellie, like in real life, they've known each other since they were like kids or something, or they went to the same school or acting school or something.
Huh.
Something like that. Anyways. But I thought Marcos he's really, I think he's naturally better at acting than a lot of the people on there.
I can understand that opinion. Yeah, he's really, and his storylines are like much more difficult
Yeah.
to do, and he does a very good job. Like, yeah, that's true. I think you're not wrong there.
Yeah. And Joey, which is Craig's stepdad, guardian, whatever.
Joey's good. I love Joey.
He's a really good actor. So I'm assuming that like Spike and Snake and Joey and Caitlin were all part of Degrassi High.
Yeah, they were. And it's
I wonder
the
if
same
those
people.
episodes are anywhere. Because I know they had some crazy shit happen in that show too.
We should we should start with those then,
Oh my
because
god.
we've never seen them.
I know, I've never seen them. I don't know where to find them.
I don't know either, but I'm sure
I mean,
they're
it's
there.
the internet. We should be able to find them.
Yeah, I think we could find them.
Cool.
If we had to, I think we could probably find them.
I'm hoping there's legal ways to find it.
That's the thing, man. I want, like, where's my Degrassi on Blu-ray? Where's this?
Yeah.
Been waiting
Where's the whole
years.
series collection? That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, series isn't over yet, though. We've determined.
Give me that like treasure chest of just Blu-rays.
It's like a 40 disc collection. It's obscene.
You'll need a cart to bring this thing in the house.
Oh
Yay.
man, I would probably, yeah, I'd probably buy that. How could I not?
I definitely want to, but I think I'd rather go digital.
If I could buy them all digital, I mean, can you?
I don't know.
See, that's the
There's
thing.
a lot of shows that I've been looking for.
Half
Like Everwood. Did you ever watch Everwood?
No.
No, it's pretty good. That Chris Pratt was on that show, and
Interesting.
so was Agent 13 or whatever from Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Agent 13.
The one that like helped him out in Civil War, got him his like shield and shit.
I have no idea who this person is.
Oh my gosh.
I just
She was in
watched
that
those
one,
movies.
She was in that
too.
one show, Revenge. Do you remember that show, Revenge?
No.
Oh man, you'd have to look her up. I'm trying to remember
Who
her
the fuck
name.
is Agent 13? I'm looking at it.
I'm trying to remember her name. I can't think of it.
America. Oh, the girl?
Yeah,
The girl.
the girl,
Oh, the neighbor girl.
the neighbor girl. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you should just
she
said
was in
neighbor
that. She
girl.
kind of got her start in that show, and so did Chris Pratt. And then he went from that show to
Parks.
Parks and Recreations, I think.
Yeah, that's a
He
great
was
show.
he was in another show in between, or a movie or something. But yeah, that's when he really started to shine.
Okay.
A lot of people in that show.
But you can't find that show
Everwood.
either.
Yeah, I can't find that show either. I have season 1. That's a good show if you ever get a chance to watch it. What's so weird is like Darcy's character,
Yes.
watching her in that show, and then I had actually watched 90210, the newer
Yeah, because she
version,
was in that.
'cause she was in that playing a high school character again. That show gets kind of off the rails.
Off
Kinda
the
not-
rail.
not-
Yeah. Yeah.
Not as good. Not as good.
Well, there's like her and Mia. That's her character's name. Both went on to actually like bigger shows.
Oh yeah,
Brevnik or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
she's like all over the place now. She was in Vampire Diaries.
Yeah. Or what?
She
True
does a lot
Blood?
of-
It was a vampire show.
No, it was
It
Vampire.
was Vampire
Diaries.
Diaries. Okay.
Yeah, but then they killed her off or some shit. I don't know.
Oh no.
Whatever. Now she's like, she was in Let's Be Cops. Do you remember that movie?
I remember. No. I mean, yes,
So
but
good.
no.
It had the two guys from New Girl.
Oh,
So it was really good. If you ever
I'm into them. That
Yeah.
sounded weird. But
Yeah, that sounded
that's a
bad.
little weird. Not like that, but maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
2018. Who knows? I remember
Oh, like-
one time I found an article that was it was kind of like a fan Degrassi site that had a "Where Are They Now" section.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things listed for Emma that she did some horror movie and she's topless in it. I'm like, why, Emma? No,
Oh, Emma.
you
I know
had
she
to
was
do
in.
that.
I remember her being in some teen thriller kind of a thing. where
I
the-
think that might be it.
No, it wasn't. Maybe it was a thriller. I don't know. I know that when the main girl had gotten sexually assaulted,
Emma.
and Emma's character was like not supportive or something. I don't know. She was a bad friend in it.
Sounds like Emma.
Yeah.
Fair weather. Oh, you don't like animals? Well, I hate you. Jesus, Emma. Fuck.
I was watching the episode where it's like season 6 where she goes off with Sean, and he like takes her home in the morning, and I forgot something happened, but she's like, I'm not that kind of girl. And then someone in the comments, but not that kind of girl. Didn't you just get an STD from blowing some guy in the back of a van?
That you barely knew. Who you
like,
knew was bad news. Who looks like he's
Oh,
30.
God. She's so dumb.
Emma's the
character-
best.
The best because shit just happens to her, but like so dumb.
She's the dumbest. She's the best and the worst because she's so stupid sometimes.
I don't think I would want to be her friend.
No, because bad things seem to follow her.
Yeah, it's just like, ugh.
It's so funny.
Where's that one friend?
She has so many bad things that happen to her though. Like every single season, it's some awful thing. Every time.
Funny. It's just,
It's a good day when she just has an STD. That's how we'll put it.
yeah.
Oh, it's just gonorrhea? Okay. Emma, light day. Okay.
We lucked out this year.
Yeah, this year, next year, it's just gonna be some crazy shit.
Yeah.
But she had some. I don't know why this made me laugh, but I always remember when. This is not funny, but. When she was anorexic and she has like French fries in her pocket. I don't know why that's funny.
Oh, she totally Napoleon Dynamited that part.
That's why it's funny. Because I just remember she's like hiding French fries. Like, Emma, stop this.
Oh my gosh.
Stop.
There are some episodes I think I skipped just because I didn't want to sit through them.
She has so many fucking problems.
Yeah. She's like all over season 6 so far. I'm just like, come on, give me some different characters. And I'm like, wait, all the good ones are.
Yeah. Well, because they're, the other class graduated already, right?
Yeah, so it's doing like some of the college stuff.
Oh, but Spinner,
mostly, like-
but Spinner and
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy are still
Spinner and
there,
Jimmy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they got help
Spinner,
back.
not a great actor, but I feel bad for his character.
He's a
I like
great
his-
guy, though.
Great guy. I like his character. Some of the things he does, like acting wise, I'm just like,
Wait till he gets
man.
testicular cancer.
Testicular.
Testicular canker.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. In like season 9, because he's a regular forever.
Oh my god.
He's definitely the
just not
longest
graduating.
running person. I think season 10 was his last season.
Finally graduating.
And no, he graduated, but he worked at the Dot, and he dates Jane, which is weird now that I think about it, because he's been
Yeah.
out of high school for a few years.
He's like that one teacher that Paige had the affair with or whatever.
Oh, that was weird too.
God, that was a weird.
I forgot about that. It was like a student teacher.
Yeah.
That was weird.
He was teaching yoga.
Well, Canada's a weird place.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a yoga class at a high school.
Why not?
Maybe it was just like a yoga unit. You know, it's for this month we're gonna do yoga.
It was to help with coping with the shooting. That's why. I remember that part.
Is that why? Oh, we gotta do
Yeah.
yoga now because someone got shot?
Yeah, we gotta do yoga. Instead of having like talking, you can just go do yoga. Instead of therapy, go do yoga. It's like, oh.
Well, I definitely won't want to do therapy. The way they do therapy at schools is like this big group therapy thing, which is awful. Why would I do
Like,
that?
I'm gonna bully most of these people in here. I don't want to be in here.
Like most of these people bully me. Get me out of here. I don't want to be here.
Oh, jeez. That's good. I'll look for the episodes for Degrassi High or whatever it's called.
There's not that many. Well, there's
It's
two.
so weird seeing Kevin Smith as big as he is in that show because he's lost so much damn weight.
Oh, especially now, yeah.
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 I like how he just puts himself, like, not puts himself in the show, but like, totally makes his character not have like a wife or anything, and his wife is in the episode.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't know that. That's
His
funny.
wife is the one that replaces Caitlyn when she's like having issues with her line. The person that replaces her, that's his real life wife, and it's like,
I didn't know that at the time. Now I know what she looks like, but okay.
yeah, she's been like in a lot of his movies. She was in Clerks 2 as the annoying girlfriend with the oversized clit. And she was
Kevin.
in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Okay.
She was one of the girls dressed in like the leather or whatever.
The leather, whatever.
She was the non-hot one, basically.
She was the non-hot one. That's rude.
Sorry.
I know
mean,
Kevin Smith
still did
came
really
back.
good for himself.
He did. Kevin Smith came back, I think, in like season 12 or something. But it was mostly Jason Mewes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But they're back
Weird.
again, which is
Yeah.
it's insane that they keep popping up in this stupid show.
Well, at this point, he could like take the show over,
And go Canadian, eh?
revive it.
I think we just need to reboot it. Just do the same exact show. Just
All the same
reboot it.
storylines, just a little more modernized.
Yeah, it starts to get into that. Well, I mean, the show starts with the online predator person, so it's kind of
Yeah,
modern
but now,
already.
Now it would be more like, oh, he found me on Instagram and tracked me,
Uh-huh.
triangulated the signal or some shit.
Triangle. Hackers.
Approached me on PSN.
She's playing Fortnite, like, and it's like tree
Saw me
hugger.
dab. Damn it.
Oh
I
man.
think I'm dating myself now with saying dab. Nobody does that anymore. They do the floss.
I don't. No one should do any of these things.
Yeah, he was gonna teach me how to floss. I didn't know he was gonna take me into that van. And now I'm anorexic.
And now I'm anorexic again. Okay.
Oh jeez.
It was a dark time for her. I mean, that's a.
Dark time.
And I also like there's like illegal street racing.
I know.
Why is this happening? No one illegal street races in Canada.
Gotta find a way to get Sean into the storyline, you know?
I like Sean though. I really
Yeah, I
like
like-
Sean.
I like when his character came back.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
And I like Sean and Emma. That's a good pairing.
It's a good combo, even though shit just never works out for him.
Oh,
whenever
no.
he's with Emma.
Uh-uh.
The world just shits on him for some because she's just like a fucking black cloud and just garbage.
She everything she touches dies.
Pretty much, man. Ugh.
Except for Manny, the only one that's resistant.
Well, that's because she does shit to herself most of the time too.
I guess that's true. They're both not great.
Oh gosh.
We definitely should rewatch the show. I think it's But you're already rewatching it. See, now you're ruining it.
Oh, I'll rewatch it gladly.
Like you
Kidding
kidding?
me? Kidding me?
Well, then I think
Yeah, I wanna find Degrassi High and watch some of that.
Yeah, I think we need to. There's only probably 12 episodes of everything before Next Gen.
Yeah.
Not much.
The episode I started rewatching on was Voices Carry.
Of course.
I was like, you know what? It's been a while since I've seen these. And then I was like, you know what? I might not ever change my PSN name anyways. Even though they'll never let me, I might not change it anyways.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, take that.
Now it's your fault.
Yeah, I'll just rename it.
It's still a really good song, so you got that.
It's an okay song. I haven't heard
It's
it in
an
a while.
okay song.
Yeah,
Go watch Atomic Blonde because it's in that movie,
I shall.
and it made me. I was like, hey, it's Joel. It's in this movie.
Yeah,
It's also
I'm Charlize Theron.
it's a good movie too. I think that's it for the gaming / Degrassi news.
Yeah,
We covered it all.
it's time to go play Spider-Man.
Yes. So, happy Spider-Man weekend, everybody. Have fun doing that with your little spider friends and your thwips. Oh, there's a moment. I'm not going to tell you when it happens, but it's fairly, it's a couple missions in, that I looked away because, like, the cutscene was ending, and I almost missed it. Almost, but it blew me away. It was awesome. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, I won't.
If you play for, like, 2 more hours, you'll definitely see it.
Okay, eyes glued to the screen for sure.
I mean, I didn't miss. You can't miss it. It's like 10 seconds. But I almost was like looking at Twitter. Oh, it's gonna go to a loading screen. What da 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 da. And then I heard of oh, it's not over. And I look over.
You heard a voice.
I heard a voice, and it was from the TV, not in my head. So
Peter!
Peter!
It's Aunt May!
It's me!
Oh no! Have you been listening to Spider-Man in review? From
Yes, and I've been watching those movies, which are trash.
Oh, the Aunt
Deliver
now they
us
make fun of Aunt May.
from evil.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
So good.
That last one, I think they liked Spider-Man 2 way more than they should have. I did not like it. But
That used to be my favorite Spider-Man movie.
but did you watch it recently?
It's been a while, but yeah, I mean, those movies are hard to really. I mean, they don't hold up.
No, they do not.
But like the fights, like the versus Doc Ock, those were still pretty cool.
They were all right. I was not into it. I liked the first one more.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it just felt like the second one was just like a bunch of garbage happening for no reason.
Yeah.
At least the first one had kind of story, even if it was trite. Like, whatever. Whatever, Spidermans.
Yeah.
Have fun. I have to watch Spider-Man 3 now. Next week, so that'll be good.
God, it's on Netflix though, huh?
Oh, I own them all because it was like really cheap a while ago.
No.
So I got like this nice.
I have the DVDs for each one, so I could rewatch them that way, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Looking at it, DVD quality might be better. You might not notice how shitty the CG is.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right, that's the show. Every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Oh my gosh, what the hell just clicked? Twitch.tv/TheGameFanatics.
You blew it up.
Things are breaking, things are dying. There's a giant demon on the screen. It's time to go.
It's time to go play Spider-Man.
Play Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Radioactive. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.